everyone, I hope you're doing well today. I'm here to talk to you about MLA Style today. What is MLA anyway? MLA stands for the Modern Language Association. And MLA is the style that we use in English and writing classes, and it'll be used in most of your humanities type courses to format your essays. Why do we have MLA Style? Who makes these rules anyway? We have MLA as a way to keep your papers standard. If I look at one student's paper, it looks the same as another student's paper, and therefore it makes us look at those papers objectively. MLA offers a way for you to give credit to secondary sources that you use in your writing, and to make sure that anyone who's reading your paper can track down that source that you use. So MLA is good for lots of things. Who makes up MLA anyway? MLA is made up of a group of professionals in the fields that MLA formatted papers are used in. All right, so you've got English instructors, writing instructors, and all sorts of different professionals in English, writing, humanities, in those fields. All right, they have, they make the rules. They make the rules for formatting your papers. So there are other formatting styles. For example, you'll hear about APA style. You've probably heard of it before, which stands for American Psychological Association style. You'll use that in your psychology class, in your science classes. There's Chicago style, Turabian style. There are different formats that are used on paper. So that's something to be aware of as you read your writing assignments from your instructors. Some of your instructors will expect you to walk in knowing how to use that style. So we're going to go over MLA formatting very thoroughly this semester. And I'm of the mindset if you can use MLA format, you can use APA format, you can use any other style to format your papers and writing assignments. All right, they work almost like a puzzle. You're following a set of guidelines, you're following a set of rules, and you're putting the pieces into place. So again, I have no doubt that if you can use MLA format well, you can use any other style well also. All right, there are three main things that we will study this semester in regard to MLA formatting. And the first one is just simply the general formatting of your paper. This is what we're focusing on right now, the general formatting of your paper. I do have a video in your module that walks you through exactly how to format a paper in MLA format, but there are a few things I want to discuss with you guys. Just a few general rules for your paper. When you go to type up your paper, you are going to use a 12-point font. All right, so you will use a 12-point size font. And a lot of people think that MLA asks you to use Times New Roman font, which you will often see Times New Roman as a suggestion. But what MLA says is to use a font that is legible. All right, so a 12-point size, a very legible font. You'll use black ink on white paper. Again, MLA wants your paper to have a very standard appearance. All right, you will have 1-inch margins all around your paper. All right, you will have 1-inch margins all around your paper. Everything in your MLA formatted paper will be double spaced. From the time you write your first name to the very last word in your paper, everything will be double spaced. That includes the heading, the title, no spaces before or after the title. That includes the first word of the first paragraph down to the last word in the last paragraph. Every line in your MLA formatted essay should be double spaced. All right, so those are a few guidelines. I want to talk to you next about your page numbers and your header. All right, so when you go to type your paper in MLA format, the top will look something like this. In the upper right-hand corner, you will have your last name and the page number, all right? For example, yours might say Jones, page 1. All right, yes, you will start your numbering on the first page. Now be sure that you insert this into a header. Again, I have a video next in your module that walks you through exactly how to do this in your document. All right, but this is what it looks like. You'll have your last name and the page number. All right, and then for your heading, there are 4 items that belong in your heading. The first item is your first name. We'll say William Jones, for example. All right, William Jones, for example. You'll have your name. The second item is your instructor's name. For me, you can just put Mrs. Lovenstein. This is a good time to pull out your syllabus to see what exactly your instructor's name is, what exactly your instructor prefers to be called by. Many of your instructors have worked to earn their PhDs, they've earned their doctorate in various fields, so definitely put doctor. I would refer to your instructor as whatever he or she has listed on the syllabus. All right, the next item in your MLA header will be the name of your course. All right, so for Comp 1, you're going to write writing, because it's in the writing department, and then 1310. All right, I'm running out of room here on my little chalkboard. So again, you can see this is the header. It would normally be in the upper left-hand corner. All right, the name of the course. And they do want, MLA wants the official course sequence number. All right, so be sure to put the first 4 letter, the 4 letters that stand for the department, and then the course number. For you guys, for your Comp 1 papers, it is writing 1310. All right, and the final item in your header is going to be the date. I would recommend putting the due date. So say, for example, your paper is due on, October 1st. All right, you're gonna write 1 October 2020. Now, all of this, of course, will be double spaced. All right, do use the military format for your date like this, putting the day of the month, then the year. One thing MLA formatting does not mind is abbreviations. All right, so you can't abbreviate your months. All right, then you're gonna skip down to the next line and center your title. Make sure your paper has a title always. All right, and then you'll begin your essay. All right, going all the way across, wrapping those lines around. Everything, again, from the time you write your first name till the very last word on the last page of your essay will be double spaced. All right, so that is the general formatting of your paper, guys. You're going to have your last name and your page numbers, rolling page numbers, inserted into a header. You're going to have 1-inch margins all around. All right. You will have your header, which includes your whole name, your instructor's name, the name of the course, the due date, and then you'll skip down and have your title. Again, I have a more formal video that shows you how to insert this into a document next in your module. All right, so that is the general formatting of your MLA formatted paper. And I did say that MLA has 3 things we need to discuss. The other 2 we're going to discuss very briefly. All right, the second one is just simply your in-text citations. This is something we'll talk about later on the semester. This is when you refer to a secondary source in your paper. You're going to stop and cite it. We will spend much more time on this later in the semester. And then the final item is your works cited page and entries. All right, so later on when we begin using secondary sources, we'll discuss your in-text citations and your works cited page and entries. All right, guys, so that's a little bit about MLA format. Be sure to complete the rest of your module and reach out to me with any questions on MLA formatting. Have a good day.